Let's get some thoughts from Michael Cohen, President and General Counsel for the National Whistleblower Center, is joining us live from Washington. Morning, sir. Obama's speech was supposed to sway public opinion towards the NSA. Did he succeed, do you think?
I don't think so. And I think the real thing that the American people are looking for is, what are you going to do when you have a whistleblower like Mr. Snowden, who has critical information that the American people have a right to know? He did not address that issue. It's being swept under the rug. Instead, I think, in a fair view of what's going on, it is merely window dressing, covering up the abuses that have been identified. Who's to say there are a lot more abuses have occurred that haven't been identified, because there's no channel for the NSA whistleblowers to make their allegations public or known in any way. So at best, it's window dressing. It punts a lot to Congress to try to fix the problem, and it addresses in no way how the American people have a right to understand the abuses of our government.
And of course, I guess you could say this is only under duress anyway, this whole thing that we've seen earlier on this evening, because it wouldn't have happened probably without Edward Snowden.
Absolutely. And I think that the reports that indicate that this snooping has resulted in no meaningful intelligence gathering is no surprise to the National Whistleblower Center. There is an FBI agent who has identified the fact that it's really the boots on the ground going in and infiltrating Al-Qaeda and other type of terrorist organizations that produces the real data, that produces the real results. The snooping around is in large measure a waste of an awful lot of resources that allows a government to snoop on its own people. I mean, there's no real limitations going on here, and it's not transparent as to what the government really intends to do with their data once they have it.
I mean, not unsurprisingly, I guess WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange, he was listening in. He said, quote, "We heard a lot of lies in this speech." Harsh or true, as you see it? True, I guess.
Well, I think that what you have is obfuscation of dealing with the biggest issue is, how does American people understand what this super agency is doing? I mean, you have Mr. Snowden, who was not read into the entire program, who had a very limited window of what he understood, and the American people were very upset with what they learned. Well, there's a lot more to learn, and the NSA is making sure that no one ever learns it. There is no avenue. If you're a whistleblower in the national security arena, you have to go to jail, and that's really your only option, or leave the country. That is not the way a free society operates.
We had Colleen Rowley on the line earlier on. You know, her ex-FBI agent turned whistleblower. I'm sure you know her very well. She said, well, hey, you know, let's try and glean some hope from this for the path that she wants to go along. She said at least there were some baby steps forward. And when at least President Obama said if he wants to spy on his foreign partners, his foreign friends in future, he wouldn't spy. He'd simply pick up the phone, ask them if they had a problem with keeping anything from him. Good news, no?
Well, that's between the president and his allies abroad. I think that dialogue is not something that's happening with the American people. That's happening behind closed doors. And who's happy with it and who's not is anyone's guess.
Well, at least maybe Angela Merkel can sleep easier tonight, hey? Michael Cohen, President and General Counsel for the National Whistleblower Center, thank you for your time.